Warning, this video contains flashing images. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Hope you're all doing good out there. Sorry I've been away for so long, but hey, life gets in the way sometimes. Anyway, I think it's time we should head into the good old Reddit, shouldn't we? Reddit True Stories. It's up to you guys and girls if you believe these stories or not. Like I said, it's up to you guys. I hope you will enjoy. Let us start. Ghosts, animals, what is going on at my friend's house? I'm not sure where to post this. I've mostly been a lurker on Reddit. I've never actually submitted a link or info before. I need some kind of advice from my friend Nikki. Actually, it's for us all. In our group of friends, we've all been and continue to be affected by whatever this is. I'm not sure where to start, because I don't even know the whole story. Nikki and her girlfriend Jen bought a cheap-ass house this summer. The place is messed up in every way. It was repossessed and in bad shape structurally. Since they bought it, they continued to fix it up and haven't moved in yet. We've all suffered bad luck, sickness, tragedy and nightmares. The attic seems to be the focus of all this. The room smells foul, like really pungent dog piss and some kind of mould. It's filled with kids stuff like diapers, high chairs, toys, but none of it is opened and it's pretty uniformly old. Everywhere else was cleaned out by the contractors the bank hired, and not the attic. Nikki's freaked out by the room and keeps it barricaded these days. It was working alone there just after they bought the house, and heard a scream come from upstairs that lasted for 5 minutes. We seen a dog looking out one of the attic windows, and she got a bad nosebleed and couldn't breathe after spending half an hour up there. My boyfriend is in the hospital in bad shape after getting a nosebleed and passing out on the stairs leading up to the attic. Most recently, Nikki fell down the stairs and broke a couple of ribs. From what I've heard, he's having fucked up dreams about a big dog living in the attic. We've all heard noises while working on the place. A few weeks ago, the neighbours heard a dog barking all night, and when we went in, the place was a mess. Pink fiberglass insulation all over and puddles of piss. Nikki has had a dream where this big black dog is walking on its hind legs around her bedroom. It's all scaring the hell out of Jen, is irritated and thinks it's all in Nikki's head. She believes that it's literally a real dog that keeps getting in the house, but I have never ever felt anything as, I don't know, as creepy and evil as that house. It has an eeriness that goes way beyond some animal running wild. Chris, my boyfriend, has been in perfect health his entire life until he went in that attic. Now Chris is in a coma and has a hole drilled in his head because of brain swelling. His Mormon parents won't let me see him and had the police throw me out of hospital twice. Nikki was sick for a week and her ribs don't seem to be healing right. She and Jen are on the verge of splitting up over this, and all this has happened just as we set foot in that house. Does this sound like ghost activity? I mean, are there even animals or dog ghosts? I tried to post this on a paranormal board, but it said access denied for some reason. At this point, I don't think I ever want to know all of it. It's scaring the hell out of me as I even write this. Guys, at this point, we just want some answers. I don't think there's any chance Jen is going to get rid of the place, but the rest of us are at the end of our collective rope. Any advice would be appreciated. Again, I hope this is the right forum for this. I don't know where else to post this.
Thank you for the great support, I really do appreciate it. If you are enjoying what I'm doing, why not think about subscribing to my channel? It is free and would help me a great deal.
Red eyes. When I was about 5 or 6 years old, my sisters and I used to share a room. Most nights my older sister and I would see two distinct figures. She would see a lady in white standing in the doorway, directly in front of my bed. I would see a man with red eyes, or at least I thought it was a man, as all I could see were red eyes. Though my sister could see the lady, she said she never spoke to her, as she just stood there getting closer every night. While I, on the other hand, would see a pair of bright red eyes staring at me from the closet. A disembodied masculine voice would whisper, "JJ, come to the closet and play." Over and over. Sometimes my older sister and I would jump in each other's beds and hide under the blankets until morning. This was going on for months until my dad decided to get the house blessed again. We never saw them after that. I'm now 24. My wife and I recently had a baby. I've been having weird dreams recently. They would always start with me being in my son's room, staring at the closet, and the familiar set of red eyes would stare back at me. My most recent dream, he actually spoke. His voice a lot deeper and booming than I remember. "You didn't come out to play with me, but your son may be the one to play," he said before I woke up. I called my dad and told him about the whole thing. He told me he remembers me telling me about that man years before. But then, just then, he went silent for about 5 minutes. When he spoke again, he recounted seeing the same figure as a child. He also told me he remembered having the same dream after I was born. I blessed my house twice already. I can only protect my son so much. I just hope, I really hope, that he doesn't go to play in the closet. I may never see him again. So what do you think of the stories so far? Are they believable, or are they just a load of rubbish? Yeah, I'm thinking a load of rubbish, but hey guys, I mean, it's good content. If you're enjoying what I'm doing, why not like, comment and subscribe, my friends? That would help this channel out a great deal. Thank you very much. Right, I think we should get back to the video, shouldn't we? Let's continue. Enjoy. Screams. A few years ago, I was a trainee in a local supermarket. This may not be the most important point, but I guess a bit of background information is never wrong. Well, it happened that I had an early shift and needed to be at work at 6 AM. It was late November, so it was dark when I jumped on my bike and left. Until then, everything was pretty normal. At least until I took a turn to the right. That was when I heard the scream. The weird thing is that it kind of sounded human, but also not. It wasn't a cat in a fight. I lived all my life with cats, and I know how they sound when they scream. But it wasn't all human either. A shiver went down my spine. I remember it clearly. I went faster, so I could leave the place and get somewhere safe. The next parts of my way were pretty calm. And then there was the bridge. To get to the street where the shop I worked in is located, I had to take a way under a heavy bridge. There's nothing unusual, and I didn't mind. It felt like ice was flowing through my veins, and I quickly drove off. As I looked behind me to make sure nothing was following me, and saw a strange shadow, slightly formed, as a human, but not fully. It's hard to describe. I heard this scream 3 more times, till I moved. Since then the screams stopped. I never heard them again. But it still sends shivers down my spine whenever I think about it, or when I drive to work. The way is almost the same, except for a few parts. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed the video, why don't think about giving me a little subscribe on YouTube? I would appreciate that very much. Until next time, I will see you later.